Electromagnetic spectrum is the range of all types of EM radiation. Radiation is the energy that travels and spreads as it goes. It can be defined into 7 categories: radio waves, microwave waves, infrared waves, visible waves, ultraviolet waves, X-ray waves, and gamma rays. Before we go into what makes each type, you have to know why each category is each category. Electromagnetic radiation can be described in terms of a stream of massless particles called photons, each traveling in a wave-like pattern. And each category is dependent on the speed of the wave, the frequency, and the wavelength. So, for example, here we have a radio. The radio uses, obviously, radio waves, but the radio waves are the slowest, have the least energy, the least frequency, but the longest wavelength. And then the next category is microwaves, which is, of course, only a little bit faster but a little bit shorter wavelength. Then we go into infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-ray, and gamma ray, which is all defined into each category, going from lowest energy to highest energy.
Characteristics of visible light are speed, wavelength, and energy. Speed in a vacuum is 3 times 10 to the 8th. Wavelength ranges from red to violet, also known as Roy G. Viv. Energy for visible light: red has the longest wavelength, but the lowest frequency and energy, and violet has the shortest wavelength and the highest frequency and energy. The uses for visible light include solar panels for the sun, growing plants, and helping us to see.
The typical human eye responds to a wavelength of 390 to 700 nanometers and a frequency of 430 to 790 terahertz. Common sources for visible light include lasers, LEDs, like in stoplights, microscope light sources including tungsten, halogen lamps, mercury arc lamps, xenon arc lamps, and metal halide arc lamps, light bulbs, the sun, fireflies, lightning, starlight, fire, fluorescent lamps, fireworks, and even atomic bombs.
Boom.